Welcome back. For more on our top stories, please visit our website channelstv.com and on youtube.com/channelsweb. You can also watch us on the move on your mobile device. Just log on to m.channelstv.com or download the Channels TV app for Android, iOS, and Windows phones from their respective stores. Having the Channels TV and Channels 24 app will give you access to news and updates. You also have the Eyewitness feature, so you too can be part of the news. Just install the app, then tap and swipe to reveal the Eyewitness menu and follow the instructions. To the south-south, members of the Joint Health Sector Union in Asaba, Delta State, have begun a warning strike, which they attribute to the alleged refusal of the Ministry of Health to pay their outstanding salaries. The workers who gathered at the Federal Medical Center in Asaba are calling on the authorities to respect all the agreements entered into with the union. The warning strike, according to them, may snowball into a full-blown strike if the federal government refuses to take relevant steps to address their plight.
From the gate of the Federal Medical Center right into the premises of the hospital, one could tell that all is not well with the institution. Lonely premises coupled with empty beds and vacant parking lots are the consequences of the union strike, which the workers say is meant to press home their frustrations and anger with the leadership of the Ministry of Health.
Staff of this center, Federal Medical Center Asaba, has not been paid salaries since October, November, and this December. In fact, we had a bleak Xmas celebration. We are caregivers. We understand that we are not supposed to go on strike. If the government has ensured that we were paid so that we can save lives.
The union leaders are also worried about the non-implementation of outstanding agreement and allowances meant for the workers. The workers are threatening not to return to their duty post until the funds hit their accounts.
You could remember the Honorable Minister for Finance said that so many ministries and MDAs used up their personnel budget by way of paying monies they are not supposed to pay. In March, we wrote to federal government. We wrote to the office of the SGF, we wrote to the minister, we wrote to all the relevant agencies, informing them that if they pay certain monies, that we won't get salaries. And when we don't get, it's going to make things difficult for us.
For the management of the hospital, the strike action is misplaced.
The reason why their salaries have not been paid is because there was a shortfall in the personnel budget for 2016 for most of the MDAs, most of the ministries, departments, and agencies, not particularly FMC Asaba. In health, as I speak, in November, 42 of the health agencies were locked out of the IP's platform because their personnel budget ran out. So it's a widespread situation. It's not just peculiar to us.
At the orthopedic center of the hospital, a few patients are being attended to by the nurses. They appeal to the workers to return to work for their sake.
They should just come back because I believe that now that they are on strike, that many souls is in danger.
We don't have anybody to help. As we lie down like this, nothing. I'm very safe. My husband have only one eye. No way to go. I want to charge me. No more, only one thing where they manage to treat me.
They should pay them, because if they don't pay them, they cannot take care of the ones that maybe firebound, all those people that are paralyzed or something like that. So they have to pay them, because I don't know what government will stand there. They will be watching people, masses that they don't even have money to be perishing. It's wrong.
Strikes such as these have become common in the country, and analysts agree that the government should do something quickly to reverse this trend before it gets out of hand.
In the North Central, the Kwara State Governor, Mr. Abdul Fattah Ahmed, has flagged off a 41 million naira empowerment scheme for women in the state. The governor, who made a symbolic presentation of 20 million naira checks to beneficiaries at the banquet hall in Ilorin, says his administration has prioritized the informal sector as a major driving force of the state's economy.
The 20 million naira that we are disbursing today is the first tranche of the program, under which a total of 41 million naira will be provided to eligible women cooperatives across the states. The remaining 21 million will be released to other qualifying women in the next few weeks. As you may be aware, the empowerment scheme is part of the government's effort to enhance livelihoods of women by supporting them to expand existing businesses and create new ones. In view of this, government has put in place various programs to educate and empower women and young girls with the tools, resources, and skills necessary to build productive lives for the benefit of society.
Mr. Abdul Fattah Ahmed, Governor, Kwara State. To agriculture, the cotton and textile sector plays an important role in the economic development of any nation as it contributes to its gross domestic product as well as creates jobs and income for farmers. In Nigeria, there's been a sharp decline in cotton farming as statistics show that the contribution of that sector to the gross domestic product fell from about 25% in 1980 to only 5% now. According to some cotton farmers in Nigeria, the sector is faced with challenges such as lack of improved cotton seeds, diseases, and inconsistent policies by government.
Farmers harvesting cotton buds. This appears to be a good harvest, unlike before when harvests remained poor following their inability to access improved yields, attacked by diseases, and non-mechanization of farming techniques. Figures from the National Bureau of Statistics and the Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development show that 18 states produce cotton on a total land area of 399.8 hectares in the country. The survey disclosed that Zamfara State cultivated the largest land area with 92.6 hectares, followed by Katsina State with 75.9 hectares. The least cultivated land areas were Ekiti State at 0.07 hectares and Ondo State at 0.1 hectares. For Solomon Esu, his father's cotton production has dropped over the years owing to some challenges.
My father has to continue because we wanted it to be like inheritance. We don't want, because when we were small, that was what he was using in terms of our school and other things. So we as a children, that is why we are encouraging him to continue with the growing of this cotton. But it's just that they are not longer bringing out good yield for now.
The only way out of this, according to experts, is for a total overhaul of the cotton sector. This, according to them, will provide jobs and the needed income for farmers, as well as contribute to the economic development of the nation.
If the farmers are not able to have enough yield, if they are not able to have the right quality of cotton to supply to the companies, obviously, they have no market. How many people, how many local weavers are there if you are talking about the local looms? So the major market for cotton farmer is the textile industry.
This technology can contribute a lot to revamping our industries, contribute to food security, and so on and so forth, and so to also raise agricultural productivity.
The federal government at different meetings promised to revive the cotton and textile industry through adequate funding. While this effort has been described as commendable, cotton farmers hope to see how this effort will result in improved yields and income for them.
Coming up on News Across Nigeria, the Edo State government is taking a look at the option of recycling waste and the potentials inherent in it. Please stay with us.